So why can't she just be more logical? I hear this a lot, especially in the relationship workshops I'm running, where got men that are like trying to kind of understand and explain and rationalize and use logic to be right, more or less. They're like, but the things I'm saying and the things I'm wanting are so logical and you're not making logical sense. And they try to use logic to convince their partners that they're right and that their partners are wrong. And logic is so beautiful and so powerful, and we should continue to make use of it for all kinds of parts of our lives. It is not a super useful tool for relating. And not that we can't have logical conversations, but when it comes to the relationship field, there are other elements of truth beyond logical truth that matter, that are important, and that we need to honor. If we're going to have a relationship that feels harmonious, where both people feel that they can be who they really are, they can express truth, they're going to have their truth honored. And so I think where men in particular get tripped up, but I'll break this down for everybody watching, is it's really about different layers of integrity. And so the most common form of integrity we always talk about is about integrity of your word or integrity of the mind, meaning like your thinking is clear and what you're saying makes sense and that you're doing what you say you're going to do and you're honoring commitments and you're renegotiating, and there's logic in these things. And it's a beautiful, powerful element or layer of integrity, but it ain't the only one. The other one that is absolutely critical in relationships to honor is the integrity of the heart. And I think this is where men get a little messed up. You know, some of them don't have good contact or good fluency with their own hearts. And so it's difficult for them to understand the truth of someone else's heart. But the integrity of the heart and the integrity of your word or of your mind, there's no hierarchy. There's no hierarchy, and especially in relationship. They both matter and they both need to be honored. But in particular, the integrity of the heart just isn't well honored in most relationships. And so I think the real work for both partners, but I think men in particular to be doing is to first get in touch with the integrity, the truth of their own hearts. And then at the same time, be willing, able, and more skilled at acknowledging, seeing, and honoring the truth of their partner's hearts. And I think that to me is just one of the most important elements in relationship, is seeing that both can coexist. There's no hierarchy, but generally speaking, the truth and the integrity of the heart has been an under-celebrated element of relationship. And if you really think about it, how did you end up in relationship in the first place? It was not through logic and thought and planning and commitments and strategizing. It was absolutely through the integrity of your heart, right? Your heart was, lit on fire when you were around this person. And so that's why you are together. So it's really important just to bring that back in. And of course, there are other elements of integrity. There's, integrity of body. There's integrity of your soul's journey. But those are the two that I see that are most often either in conflict or one gets deprioritized in relationship.